as you're speaking, I'm thinking, coming in here, I
Yeah.
really just wanted us to talk about really the congregants. I was coming here
Yeah.
with all of that because
Yeah.
of the kind of engagements
Yeah.
that we've had in the past in this dialogue, but also my personal space, like just people like just coming into my DMs.
Yeah.
But I'm sitting here also just thinking, what do pastors need?
Yeah.
And I want us to get onto that. I want us to talk about what pastors need, and maybe you can just talk from your perspective. But I want to pick on the fact that you are a pastor's kid yourself,
yeah.
right? So you've grown up, you grow up in the church, your whole family,
Yeah.
like you are, and I'm sure you must have seen different strategies being employed at home, maybe
Yeah.
at church, but also in other churches that you've served, even outside of Eternal Glory, right?
Yeah.
What do pastors need? What?
I mean, imagine, like, for instance, people coming and leaving your church.
Sure.
That's rejection.
Sure.
It's you're not good enough. And people will leave for whatever reasons. Sometimes maybe, they lost a loved one, you were not able to go and see them. They were in hospital, you were not there. Their puppy was sick and you didn't give it, whatever the case may be. But after that much, you can only handle that much rejection.
Sure.
So a lot of servants of the Lord struggle with their mental health. I'll give you a case in point.
Okay.
Elijah was obviously used of the Lord to bring about the destructions of the prophets of Baal. But the very presence of Jezebel, took him to a spell or a bout of depression, to the point where he wanted to die.
Right.
And I believe one of the reasons why God even took him away, and let me break it down this way. Elijah was so anointed, right? He was carrying so much that when God took him, he had to anoint 3 people to pour out his spirit. So there was the king of the Assyrians, there was Jehu, I think there was someone else that it was the prophet Elisha. All those 3 people. With all that anointing, he was struggling with his mental health.
Sure.
You have Paul in the Bible, he talks about coming to a place where he had received such a sentence of death. He even came to a place where he even despised life itself.
Right.
So there's a great challenge. And the thing is this, I don't want to be too triumphalistic in my approach. I believe that the issue, you can have complete and utter healing. But some of us might have to leave intention of saying, I'm on the edge.
Yeah.
I've got to stay on the course.
Constantly.
But what really just breaks my heart is that someone like Elijah, he couldn't finish his course because of, among other factors, his mental health. Because, God can gift you according to your ability, but your ability to multiply is often based on your mentality. And I think it's absolutely essential for us to understand that this thing is not necessarily just about finding one sort of victory. It's also about just winning every day. I don't hear of Paul saying that, I finally found the answer to this type of thing, but I see him progressing.